for the heat to simmer down.
Yeah. I'm on episode 5 right now.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a good depiction.
Wait, before you finish that question.
Go.
So from the first season, does it link well? Does it like continue well?
Yes.
Right,
yes.
cool.
I like the way they've linked it well. I've liked the way it's been developing. Like it's a developing story. Like nothing stays the same.
That's hitting nice still.
Yeah, man, it's sort of smooth. You get me? Yeah, man, it's good. Yeah, like it's a developing story in it, and you meet new characters. Big up Pebbles. No,
Man's
Pebbles.
name is Pebbles.
No, it's not. No, it's a female.
Oh, word.
But we don't like Pebbles.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't like
I
Pebbles.
thought in my head, yeah, I could just imagine some big guy, yeah,
Big nigga called
built
Pebbles.
like a boulder, man. They called man Pebbles. So some juxtaposition.
Yeah, but yeah, you meet new characters. It's new. They used the budget early. Let's just say that they used the budget early. Obviously, they got Aubrey. We got Aubrey now. You get me? They got Drake on board, so they used the budget early. First scenes in like Mexico or something. You get me? Couple, yeah, a couple Spanish man and that. Yeah, they went out overseas early. Now, to be fair to you, I may stand corrected, but most of the last 2 like first opening episodes have started abroad. Like didn't the second season start with my man in Jamaica? He was in Jamaica, innit? Was that the first? I swear it was like the first scene. We saw him in Jamaica. We was thinking, yo, what's this guy doing? So maybe they're trying to start that little pattern in it. So maybe it's got something to do with that. But anyway, yeah, it started in Spain and that, so or wherever it was, Mexico, or whatever. So it was
Morocco
pattern.
or something, isn't it?
There's a few places. So Spain,
them getting their passport stamp.
yeah, Spain, Morocco. I don't think it's Morocco, but I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I'm sure it's Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico and Spain, definitely, and obviously London, innit? Yeah, Peckham's in there. Yeah, no,
Shout out Pecs.
I don't. There's no spoilers in it. No spoilers today, but yeah, it's
Shout
a vibe
out
still.
Pecs, man.
It's a vibe. Big up Top Boy.
Hey,
Big up everybody. Big up
hey, man, Top Boy. Listen, when I start watching that, I'll let you man know.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to see, obviously, the culture developing its own lane. You get me, and getting the backing
A lot.
from a big, you get me, a big source.
Because we need that type. Not need it, but
It just opens like you get mandem who are from the ends. They don't even know that they're potentially good at acting. But that's gonna open up the door.
Yes.
They're like, bro, I can do that because man lives that life.
that's why I'm proud of it. Because one of my guys, Josh, he's in Top Boy and he's doing this thing. You get me? He's older than us, but he does his thing. Like he's been doing the acting thing for a while now. Like he's in a Coke commercial. Like he does his thing still, and having something like that you know, man's able to go there and not have not like a side role. Any role in there is respected. Don't get me twisted, but man's got a decent role in there, innit? Where it's like for a brother that's from the bits to be able to be in there. That let's be honest, he's not like one of the most famous actors in the world. Where you got like all the famous actors, like my man on Twitter. You know they call this guy Mr. Furthermore.
Oh, him, yeah.
Him. Like he's like baiting it. Like he's probably like known for acting, so he's in there deep in it. But then at the same time, you got other man that aren't really in the scene as deep.
Was
as
man
that.
in EastEnders?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was in the.
he's been in EastEnders. He's been in basically everything in it. Like he is the hood nigga of hood niggas, fam. He's always like it's like he's one of those actors where he's himself every single role basically in it, which is kind of sick. So yeah, big up him still.
Like the UK Samuel L. Jackson film.
Yeah, like over time
they're gonna give him that line in every motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Every film, fam, man says it. Fam.
His and my man's line is furthermore, fuck that. Like, that's his line. He is sick of man. Furthermore,
Man delivers that, fam. Man get wheel up when you say, ooh.
he said it. He said it.
Ooh.
Yeah, pull that, rewind that.
Take two, cuz. Take two.
Rewind that, bro. He's wavy at that one. Furthermore, hey, no, fuck that, bro. Man, furthermore,
Man, hey, I could just imagine man in this trailer just practicing the delivery. Furthermore, no, furthermore, it's too much. No, furthermore, you get me, man, just in the mirror, fam, just get, furthermore, yeah, man's got it still. That's the one.
Yeah, he's always a hothead still. Always a hothead trying to fuck someone up.
That's sick still.
Yeah. But honourable shout out to Kano though.
Yeah, I heard his acting was it.
Listen, obviously like we said, no spoilers, but at the same time, when you watch that nigga, fam, man,
You proper believe him, innit?
Bro.
You proper believe him.
It's mad. Look in his eyes. But big up Deshane as well. Big up Ashley Waters. He does his thing differently.
Oh yeah,
he does his thing differently.
No, it's good, bro. It's good. I think hopefully we can start to tap into shining more light on the talent that's in the bits. You get me?
Yeah.
Rather than like, because I won't be surprised if some of the people there, not everyone, may be signed to an agency. But they just got through like a casting or submitted a little application. But yeah, man, big up. Because listen, if you're on the ends and you got any creative skills, you get me, design, acting, singing, whatever, just keep doing it, fam. Because the lanes are opening up. You get me?
Yeah, definitely a lot more open than they were before. Like even, I don't want to sound like one of them old heads, but even when we was growing up, it wasn't easy to just see certain man just go and do certain things. Sure. It was literally either they played ball or they rapped, and it was like, all right, cool. So what else is there? You get me? No one knew much.
People are getting more like options.
Yeah,
you get me. Even like photography, like we had. You get me?
Exactly.
Zero. I saw his Instagram story. He was with some other don. You know that pack thing that they were doing.
Yeah,
he was with another guy that I know from photography.
Yeah.
Get me? Shout out Kimmo. I don't know.
Quinoa.
His name.
Yeah, wherever it is.
He's a young G. Like he's old now, but he's like younger than us.
Yeah,
but he's been doing his thing. He's shot a couple of times for North, stuff like that.
Sick.
So yeah, man. Listen, there's better options out there.
There is. The ends is the end. You know, it's not the ends, but the olders, like the Canes, like the Ashley Waters, they're pushing the door open. Like who's my man that did Blue Story? Rapman. All these gigs. All these guys that are the oldest gets. All these guys that are the oldest and they get. Even like Sterling and Homeboy. Bailey. Yeah. They were just in Jamaica kicking ball with the young G's. Do you know what I'm saying? Showing guys like us lot, showing guys that are younger than us, like, yo, when you do get the bag, go back. Yeah. Help out as much as you can.
Do you know what's annoying about that? I said this earlier in terms of like, one of the reasons I haven't watched Top Boy yet is I want the noise to die down because I started seeing a bit of negativity in it. And like, I'm not surprised, but it just made me realize more like, bro, no matter what you do, good, whatever in it, people gonna chat because, and I think it's because it's not them. Like they didn't have the courage or bravery to do that. Yeah. But because you done it, in their head they're expecting it to be perfect. It may not be perfect, but you're the first person to do that. And I read, what was it? Was it? I think it was a Jay-Z interview on the Breakfast Club, and then Charlamagne must have asked Jay-Z. Obviously, they're talking about Kanye, and he's like, "Oh, what do you think Kanye's latest album?" And then Jay was like, "I liked it." And then Charlamagne was like, "Come on, man. Like, it wasn't that. That's not the Kanye we knew." But Jay-Z was like, "It's not what you expect. Like, it's not the Kanye you know, but it's a new sort of experiment that he wants to try. And it may not be the sound that you want to hear, but someone has to be the first to do it. Now, whoever comes to make a similar album or similar style of album, they've got a blueprint to go off to make that sound even better. Yeah. Like imagine the first like rap album or rap song that was ever made. Someone's like, right, this is dead. But now you look at rap and like it's probably one of the biggest genres in the whole of music. You got pop rap, you got street rap, you got all types of rap.
Drill, hip hop. Everybody.
You get me? So I think sometimes we just need to like, listen, the standards may not be high there, but people too quick to point out faults and like things that don't meet the mark in it, bro. Just appreciate the effort at least.
It's true.
If you look at the bigger picture,
the landscape's huge. Like you think about all those different types of like how many things are similar to like Game of Thrones or anything, like even some of the stuff you might speak about like Vikings and stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't say is similar, but in terms of like genre or like things like that, they'll be in the same boat. So when it comes to like things like Blue Story or Top Boy, it's like, no, we need like another 6 of these joints, like different perspectives. Like these are just the perspectives of people from maybe South London, North London. Obviously bringing them that are from North, South, East, West together to do this. But what about the East story? East probably got something that's nuts. Yeah. Like something where it's not just the West Ham man. You get me? It's the other side. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like there's a lot of different multicultural patterns.
Bloody Chinatown in London, bro. There's probably a story there
that's what I'm saying.
We're not aware of, but they've got that community that they might want to shed some light on.
So that's why I like the fact that it was like the black community like, and the people from the black community have created this space for creativity for our minority culture, where it gets to a point where maybe, like you said, like maybe the London Chinese want to create something that's for their culture, but in this country, because everyone's got a story, fam. You get me?
And one more thing to add on to that, like these projects, all of these little projects, I won't even call them little because they're huge, innit? These projects that we're all seeing, they're not gonna go anywhere without our support.
Yeah.
But then you see shows like Game of Thrones or, like you just said, Vikings, all of that. If
Shit's gonna fly, brother, regardless of whether you like it.
No, if you look at like the first season compared to like the 6th season, you can see the level of investment that was put in is way different, bro. Like the special effects, mad. Compared to the first season, especially in Game of Thrones, some of the special effects are like, rah, that's definitely green screen. But from the 6th season, 5th season, you can see you got proper money, but it's because their demographic that is this for, they're willing to support it through and push it. You get me? Why can't Top Boy get like 6 seasons?
Yeah.
Why?
I love that shit.
But we're probably gonna be the reason if it doesn't get 6. It's gonna be us because we're like, bruh, man, them don't speak like that.
Yeah.
Bro, why is he using that? Shut up, bruv.
Yeah,
support
like,
the thing, because after Top Boy, it could be your thing next because of Top Boy.
Facts.
You get me?
Or not even, yeah, exactly that. Like, you can be in a situation where you might go into a boardroom because you've got an important thing to put across to like an investor or someone, or maybe like a record label, whatever you're trying to do in life. And because they've seen Top Boy, because they've seen the mainstream love that Top Boy gets, they're probably thinking, you know what, I'm gonna give this guy a chance, man.
Exactly.
Simply because of you just walked into the room, and potentially because of Top Boy and other stuff that they've seen, and the depiction of black males or young black youths or any youths of any culture, because there's loads of different cultures in there. But simply because of that being in the front face of everybody's eyes for 2 weeks or however long it is, and the support it gets and the love it gets, and the good reviews it's been hearing in the building, and everyone's fucking with it. It's like, nah, all right, cool. All right, Ramar, I'm messing with you, saying nothing. When you come in, I'm gonna chat to you properly. Because instead of, actually, everyone hates Top Boy and everyone, just thinks it's terrible and it's fake and this and the other, and I don't know if I'm going to get a chance.
Bro, sometimes we're like our own downfall, from because if you look at they spoke about like the spending power, especially of our community, so like the black community, the spending power that we have, and then also the time that money circulates within our community. I'm thinking, bro, there's a huge gap in terms of the power that we have, in terms of pushing anything, whether that is a product, whether that is a piece of art, whatever, versus the power we have financially and how long money stays in our community. What is the disconnect, bro?
So what about this? But what about like, and I want to not challenge this, but I'm trying to think about it like this. So what would encourage me then to put my money into the next black man's hand, knowing that 9 out of 10, he's probably going to give it to another community anyway?
Education. So before you do that, you have to educate them. But then the choice is you have the control of who you put the money into each other's hands, innit? But then in that case, it's going to be the responsibility of whoever you're giving the money to reinvest it back into the community. Yeah. But you knowing that knowledge, what's stopping you from being that person that's reinvesting into the community? What's stopping you from going into the market, developing your own product, knowing that whatever support you get is coming, circulating back in your community?
Because I'm just thinking from a consumer standpoint. Like maybe I don't want to create my own business, but I do want to keep the money in the black community. If I go to a black business, so for example, someone that does like black hair products, coming from a black person, okay, cool, I'm giving this to you. But then where they're getting their products from, how they're creating their products, is going back into another community. Then it's like
you can tap in from the root. So for example, I saw a video this week. Was it this week or last week? It was talking about the amount of production in terms of cocoa. The fruit that used to make chocolate. So Ivory Coast and Ghana is responsible for, I think, 60 or 70% of the whole world's population for cocoa. But in terms of actually creating chocolate, we ain't got no foot in the chocolate industry.
No, it's not a chocolate thing. It's all Switzerland.
You get me? Man. Yeah, Switzerland, Sweden, them and them breaking in. So you're thinking, hold on, why is it that we are supplying 60 to 70% of the whole world and we can't even
eat
a chocolate brand?
But you know what's mad? And that's what's peak. They took the gems, like the stuff that it's like oil, everything that is very important to create anything is taken from our countries to then go to help aid other countries to then develop the bang bang.
Yeah.
And we've just got the sources instead of using, be like, nah, man, what are they using over there, man? Come whip that up over here. And then now we got the drip. We got a little Cadbury's. You get me?
And do you know what it is? When you go back home, yeah, you see that on a very, very small scale. As in in my family home in Ghana, yeah. So we had like a neighbor live like up the street. She makes something called shitter, which is like a hot sauce that you add to the side of your food.
Right.
Then we had another neighbor that made like bread, fresh bread. Then we had like someone down the street that makes this. You get me? So within that little community, we can support each other, but we need to replicate that on a larger scale. Whereas instead of because in Ghana, yeah, chocolate is mad expensive because it's not a thing where a lot of people have. So I was thinking, it could be because we don't really eat chocolate like that in Ghana. Like, maybe we don't see the value in the cocoa that we have. You get me? We might use it for other products, cocoa butter, all of that. But in terms of chocolate, there's like one brand in Ghana I've seen, which is everyone calls it like the Ghana chocolate. And I think because of the way you make it as well, you have to take into consideration the heat in Ghana. Yeah. It's not really ideal to have chocolate. Yeah, exactly. That shit's going to melt. Yeah. But the Ghanaian chocolate, that shit tough as hell, bro.
Why is it tough though?
Brother, if you bring it here to this country, I don't know how they make it, but I think they've made it so that it can last,
So wait. So like when it's hard to snap
brother, it's like you're breaking cubes, like pebble cubes, bro. And you hear that when you break it. Bro, one day I'll bring, but the taste is like rich, is like proper rich chocolate in it. I'll bring you some one day if I get like any relatives that come from Ghana, or if we go ourselves. But like in Ghana, they price it up mad. So the people they're not even on buying chocolate. One, it's too expensive, and two, we will buy we'll travel to Ghana, buy Ghana chocolate and bring it here. Yeah. Whereas I think we need to import way more and try put on the shelves of like the Tesco's, blah, blah, blah. Fam. Because if there's Tesco's and stuff, we don't really like the Cadbury's thing or the Galaxy thing. We want this thing. They have no choice but to stock it. Yeah. Do you get me? We are actually in control, but we're going to go to the shop and no one wants to take that first step. That first step, that's going to be slow. You might not reap the benefits. It might be 2 generations after. No one really wants to do that.
That's the thing.
Like, if I'm going to put in work, I want to reap the benefits.
And the thing is that I was watching a podcast, and J.R. Smith, you know who J.R. Smith is?
Yeah.
I think I may have...
So, what is he, a basketball?
Yeah, he's a basketball player, yeah. And he was speaking about how he earns so much. So this is going to be a little long one, yeah. So he's earned a lot of money. And he was talking about and I referenced this before, but there's another point after this. So he was talking about previously about how basically he earned so much money, he wished he did better with it. So he was like, listen, I've earned so much. I'm saying I've spent 60K in a strip club, bro. Like I've done that multiple nights. I was just throwing money, drunk, had the best time of my life. But I could have easily gone and fed like 2,500 people in the hood with that bread. Easily, like no problems. I could just went to the hood and said, yo, go shopping this week. Everybody's got 1K. Everyone's blessed. Or $100 or whatever, or $250 or whatever. Everyone's good. Everyone eat. And that's more than the government could do. I had that much power. He's sitting there saying like, listen, why on earth are himself, LeBron James, so many other ridiculously rich basketball players and just powerful people in general not putting 250 million together each, or even just asking the banks and saying, listen, give us X amount of bill and we can go and create our own league in another country. Easily. We can eat. What bank's going to turn us down? We're all making 250 every 4 years or whatever. Like, we're good. We're ridiculous. No bank's going to turn us down. And it's about having that heart or that the bollocks to be the first persons to do it. Be the first person to even try. You try and make another league somewhere else. You try and be like, no, actually, we could do this thing ourselves, bro. Because when these men had half the money we had, they started their own league. When these had less than half the money we had, they started a league, and now look where it is now. Yeah. Where it's like, think about when the first ever like leagues or anything, any establishment, whether it be like Columbia Records or any record label, when they began, Amazon, These man ain't got no peas. Them man are just in the room
in
with
the garage,
Gymshark.
fam, you get me?
Them man are just in the room with a couple
sure.
t-shirts trying to make a little vest and that. With hardly anything. But now there's certain men that are in way better positions that could now either, you can invest in a little young homie trying to do his thing and give the right people around him for him to create it. If you feel like you ain't going to be here for that long and you ain't got time to, okay, cool. Give it to a little young homie studying business at uni. Let him run that. Be like, bro, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to make a league. You're going to do this, do that. Here's a business advisor. Here's a financial advisor. Hold that. Shout me every 6 months. I'm going to see how good my investment is. And you've got X amount of people. This is how much your budget is. Everyone's set up. We could create our own league somewhere else at any other development.
I think, do you know what it is? Yeah, for me, sometimes the issue is we desperately want our names to be on something. So you've got your own charity, yeah. You're up, whatever, you do whatever you like, buy the mad cars, whatever, but you still got your own charity on the side that you're funding. I want my name to be on the charity as well. So I could easily just maybe donate some to you or just support you or invest in your thing, your charity, and make that grow quicker, right? But because I want my name on the charity as well, man's gonna go and develop my own thing. My same charity, doing the same thing, but now it's like kind of in competition. We're both helping the community, but we can do that so much quicker if we're working together rather than competing. Because you want to feed this much children, and now it becomes less about the people you're helping and more about the name and your brand that you're trying to push. You get me? Brother, British Red Cross, NSPC, all of these charities, who's behind them? You don't know. You don't know their name unless you really know. Like,
you don't know them, bro.
To the general public, you don't know.
You have to search, bro.
You get me? But every flipping celebrity or black celebrity from the culture that's got
a brand or something.
A brand, they got their face attached to, like LeBron James. Shout out what he's doing. The school is brilliant. You get me? But why can't he be doing that with like maybe 10 or maybe they are? I don't know, but this is just me speaking. Why can't he do that with maybe 10 or 20 other NBA players?
Yeah,
you get me?
Sure, brother.
If LeBron James can do like develop his own school by himself,
think about how many other schools a man could do, bro. And they'll be like, you get me? Why don't you touch it to Liverpool and put a little something over there? Now, listen, don't get me wrong. We can all sit here and people could be doing as much as they can. Don't get me wrong. Like, at the end of the day, we ain't the ones with the billions and that. You get me? But the ones with the billions, 100% you're doing as much as you feel like you can. But speaking from the point of views of the people down here and the people that it affects, yo, there's a lot more ideas. Like, we could come up in the boardrooms. You get me? We could come in there and spread some light, share some ideas and whatnot. Because at the end of the day, we know exactly what like our community would need and how much they'll benefit from it. And in my personal opinion, that was a great point in terms of my man could make one school and do that and affect the kids that he's done, and even Stormzy with the scholarships that he's done. Like, bro, imagine if Stormzy got 5 or 10 other niggas,
5 or 10 Stormzy's doing that, bruv. Brother, the population of Cambridge, like, the demographic starts changing instantly.
All of a sudden, hella black people find the black. It's mad, bro. So at the end of the day, there's ways around it. Of course, like being the first to do it is sick, but kind of like what Tupac said about like, okay, I might not be the one to change the world, but I'm gonna spark. I'm gonna spark the flame that's gonna inspire another brain to change the world. So it's like, if you're that one person that feels like, no, I want to do this one thing on my J's, like, try and accumulate another 5 niggas, bro. And you 6 man just do that shit.
That's your, because again, if you look at all of these things, yeah, like the Gymshark stuff, like, bro, them man there had believed in the vision. So, and more time, they didn't initially set out to do what they're doing now. They just had like an idea that they all believed in, right? They wanted to create their own gym wear. Yeah. They didn't even think that it was going to become this global brand, but they saw
that quickly as well.
Yeah, they saw like, okay, cool, this is the direction that the wind's blowing. Let's put ourselves up and let's go in that direction. But other groups, nah, bro, man's trying to do the hat thing, you know. Brother, you seen the daily paper, fam. Man's on that oversized tee thing still. Brother, you don't need to do that. Like, would find where we are and someone I rate, yeah, and he'll get a lot of stick for what he's doing, but I think it's because they don't see the vision, and he's brave enough to really develop his own. And people are gonna look at, bro, this is all scatty, it doesn't look professional, blah blah blah. But bro, anything that starts from the beginning is not professional. It might look a bit rough around the edges, but you have to believe in the vision. You get me? It's Bouncer.
Okay.
With his what's his
Wicked and
Bad
thing. Energy drink thing. just everything
everything about that.
Yeah,
fam. Man's vision is mad, fam. And when I look at his stuff, sometimes I have to tell myself, because you might get some couple, because he does the live boxing on on Instagram Live. I'm seeing sometimes like, why are these people on here, fam? I'm thinking, nah, bro. Like, think of the vision that he's thinking of. You get me? It's not about how it is now. It's about where it can get to.
It's all about direction over speed.
Yeah, because man's trying to tap into an industry where they're not letting, yet alone a black person, they're not letting no one in. You get, you're either just in there, you're established, or you're bred in, like, from someone that's already in there. You get me? But he's like, alright, cool. If you ain't I'm gonna create my own promotional company. I'm gonna create my own boxing belts that we fight for, my own group of fighters, my own sponsored events. You get me? Man had the Wicked and Bad. I think he's had 2 events now, in the Wicked and Bad 2.
Yeah.
The third one, fam. And each time, the level of the fighters are getting better.
Yeah, man.
You get me? But people are going to look at him like, bro, what's he trying to do, fam? Man's got Eddie Hearn there. Man's got UFC. Man's got Dana White. What's he trying to do, fam? You get me? My brother, just believe in it.
Just make it work.
And that's how all these Dana Whites and that
got there.
Because there were people that were willing to believe in it with them. Now UFC is a multi-billion industry. Eddie Hearn is promotion. He's promoting how many billion fights.
Beat up. Yeah.
Brother. But if Bouncer, who spent how many years in jail, you get me, man's from the streets,
ex-con cuz.
Man, his name is Bouncer. You get me?
He should be a bouncer.
Brother.
He'll be a great bouncer.
Fam. Man's here doing, and everything he's doing, it's not like he ain't actually done it himself. His first Wicked and Bad thing, he fought himself.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, like, that man need to believe that I'm really on this. So what better way than to actually get my hands dirty?
Yeah, exactly.
Myself, you get me? Man's traveling up and down the country just to go to different boxing gyms to get people on the Instagram Live just for like 10 seconds of promo, fam. Come on, bro. Like, you have to, even if you don't like it, you have to at least support the effort,
man. Facts. I told a lot of people, like, even sometimes, like, I might create something, or I might be so addicted to being on my computer to like create a snippet or something that's just a minor, especially like back in the day. And I'll be doing it so much, and some people be like, yo, like, you're always working, you're always trying to be on a computer. I'm like, bro, you don't understand. If in this 30 minutes or 15 minutes of work could be so much more beneficial to what I'm doing, you don't understand how important man's time is. And you can probably feel the same, bro. You can make so many, you can get so much closer to where you want to be in 30 or 20 minutes of time. So that's why when people waste time, it's like, brother, I could do something that puts me 10 steps ahead right now, and you're wasting my time. Don't do this to me. You get me? So it's like, I understand the premise of with Bouncer and what he's trying to do, because it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't look pretty at the start. It doesn't look pretty when people don't understand. But who said it the best? But I heard a rap line that says, they'll never, Nipsey, bro. They'll never understand you till you pull up in a Wraith, bro. Sure. They don't get it until they see like you're either making dumb peas or you're successful, and then they go, oh yeah, no, I always knew you was gonna. Yeah. No, you didn't, nigga. No, you didn't, bro.
You man were doubting, man, from the.
Do you get me? From the drip, from the drizzy. So it's like niggas will never understand, and that always sits in my mind, bro. Then people will never understand you till you pull up in the Wraith. I've always thought that way, because at the end of the day, it proves itself every single time. People won't believe in this, or people won't mess with you in that. People won't follow this. But bro, when you pull up, and they're looking at you like, bro, you're shining, bro. What is this? Is this from that thing? Oh yeah, man, I always knew you. Oh no, you always be doing your thing. Like I see it low key, innit? I didn't really want to say too much. You get me? But no, hold it down, bro. For sure. I hear you and I appreciate it, but at the same time, give me man's flowers while man's on the grind. Because at the end of the day, man could be in the streets. I could be doing fraud. I could be doing. I could be trying to do something
taking you back.
Yeah, that's doing dumb shit. But no, I'm actually doing something that is. It could be different to you, but I'm doing something that I feel like will potentially either get me to where I want to get to, or it's just part of man's hobby and it's part of man's life. You get
For
me?
If anyone near me is up to something positive and they need support, I'm always down to give my time.
Facts, bro.
For something like that, fam. Like, man will travel, you get me, to mad postcodes.
Yeah.
Just in terms of support.
Because, no, real spit.
Not because you want anything, but like the support that you would want from people is the support that you have to give.
It's real spit, bro, and man can attest to that, because there's been multiple occasions, like for me and you specifically. Like, number one, when you were doing Fit Rep still, but when Fit Rep was like in its earlier times, man will come to you for
Sessions
like
for
when
your knee,
for
yeah, I
sessions for
remember.
my knee and that, for like rehab and that, yeah. And even me doing that for you, but then you're doing that for me, because it's like I'm kicking ball, so you're supporting man in that. And then, for example, for like for my clothing brand, like at the moment we're in a transition period, but when we were doing it and we was like on our hot shit, you came you did photography for Man You Get Me out of love, and it was sick. And you're supporting man's thing just off rip, like no like, oh please bro, can you? No, I was like, no bro, like I was gonna tell you pull up, but you said to me before I could tell you, bro, if you need photog, man's there. And I was like, bro, I was literally about to tell you about that shit, but say less.
Yeah.
Say the Addy pulled up, it was a sick day, you get me? And you've purchased shit. And you don't even have to do that because you're my nigga like that, but then you've purchased shit. So it's like, that's real talk. Man them like support man them, because that's how man them will ever get anywhere. If you don't support your nigga, fam. And niggas always say that shit, like a lot of business guys have said this as well, like don't look for support by your friends. But it's like, hold on a minute. Like I hear all of that.
It's a great area.
It's such a great area, because I understand it, where it's like, okay, cool. If you don't look for support for your friends, because it's true, like, because your friends might lie to you and that, like, and try to gas it up like it's good when it's not. But that's only if you have shit friends around you. So if you have good friends around you, good friends will promote your shit.
Without you even saying,
buy your shit without you even saying it, because it's just a fresh out of love. Just like, no man, that's my nigga. Why would I not? Even if I just about might not even wear the shit, but just the fact that it's going into homeboy shit, and he can then spend it on whatever he wants to do, that's just doing his thing. You get me? Like, listen, I'd rather someone buy something off me than give man money. You get me? Rather than, bro, hold this £60. Hold that, man. You're good. Nah, bro. Like, well, you selling something? Let me buy that off you. You get me? Like, I might not wear this shit. It's like little youngins. Little youngins might be selling some shit. You might see them and be like, all right, let me hold 2 bottles, man. Here, hold this. Keep the change. Yeah. Not because you were thirsty, but because that's little homie trying to make some peas, fam.
Yeah. And they could imagine, and sometimes they could have gone like the whole day from that, bruv. No one's trying to buy it. And you pull up, and it gives them that hope for them to keep going.
Facts, bro. And that little homie could have went, bro, after this, bro, if this don't shop, fam, I'm gonna start selling food, fam. But just because my man just pulled up and said, nah, let me buy 5 bottles of that water you're selling, whatever. Let me hold that. You've given him the peas, you said keep the change. It's gonna be like, nah, this water shit can work. That's then flip man's mind. But niggas don't think like this, man.
And for me, I do that. That's how I am. But also, I believe in terms of like when you give, bro, you never lack, fam. Never. I'm not saying, bro, there's been times